Alright, so you're spending 7 to 10 crores in a new house in Gurgaon, and today we will talk about what Gurgaon home buyers really want. If you're looking to shed out that kind of money, we'll start with what your desires of amenities are, your neighborhood is, and we will also dive deeper into what today's home buyers are expecting and also what the builders are giving. In the past, I've also made a video which is a 7 point, very clearly described. Every point carries like a 10 pointer marks, and out of which you can make the entire scoring of the property that you are going to buy, and it will give you a clear picture. In case you are confused कि यार 1 2 3 4 properties हैं, इन 4 में से मेरे को final करना है, तो simply आपको वो scoring करनी है and it will be easy. This applies if you want to buy, this applies if you want to rent, lease, both the cases. So let's start with right on the location. The location should have some kind of a third value, like Golf Course Road, Golf Links, Golf Course Extension Road, depending on, Trump Towers. These are the locations that have that third value. The buyers, they end up asking, अच्छा यार यहाँ पे और कौन रहता है, क्या neighbors हैं, who you will be bumping into in the elevators, and it definitely brings in this sense of brand. Your dress and your address, two things that really matter. This is, I'm sure, most of you heard in the real estate world. So yeah, that location really matters, and it's not just the brand or just the location. It does come with a lot of other advantages, such as उस हिसाब से वहाँ पे लोकेलिटीज़ हैं, उस हिसाब से वहाँ पे सिक्योरिटी होगी, उस हिसाब से वहाँ पे स्कूल्स होंगे, हॉस्पिटल्स होंगे, एंड अदर अमेनिटीज़ होंगी, मेंटेनेंस होगी. सो येस, दैट्स हाउ द लोकेशन मैटर्स. इट ऑल्सो मैटर्स हाउ क्लोज दैट लोकेशन इज़ to your office or to your place of work. So in that sense, location is something that I would say is the number one point. Another thing that lately a lot of new home buyers are looking at is the low density living. For those of you who don't know, I will take a minute to explain it, what exactly low density living means. For example, there's a project that is in 5 acres and that has 100 units. There the density would be 100 units divided by 5 acres, 20 units per acre. Versus there's a 5 acres and there's a maybe 500 units in the same project. My density 100 units per acre. This is something now lately that most buyers are getting present to, getting aware of, and this is what builders are charging a premium for. Ideally, if we look at the golf links, that's where we consider the density is minimum. It ranges between 40 to 60 apartments per acre. We go down to Crest. Crest ends up in around 80 to 90 apartments per acre, and so on and so forth. How to calculate it? I have given you a taste of how to calculate the density. You can do it now for yourself in whatever project you are going to finalize for yourself. So what brings with low density is the privacy. It brings along with it a kind of sense of peace. Then there is the the security. They look at the top tier security, what they call कि यार gated entries हैं, biometrics हैं, CCTVs हैं, security guards हैं. There's a recent new concept that I found out also, that even builder floors have started making such layouts where, if it's a 3-floor builder floor, each floor has a private elevator and a lift lobby. It's a new concept that's showing up in Gurgaon. Very interesting concept for those of you who would like to stay in a builder floor, not a gated community, and want that sense of privacy. Also, इसके साथ ये भी बहुत आता है यार कि मेरे को एक DLF phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, phase 4 सुशांत लोक टाइप बिल्डर फ्लोर का सेटअप करना है वर्सेस मेरे को एक गेटेड सोसाइटी लिविंग करनी है. तो इसमें क्या होता है कि आपको आइडियली एक बिल्डर फ्लोर में, so someone who can buy a builder floor will not buy an apartment, and someone who can buy an apartment will not buy a builder floor. That's my theory, and that has a big ass explanation to it. It all comes down to how well funded you are when it comes to buying or affording one of these. We could talk privately and I can tell you about it, exactly what I mean and how the whole funding theory works here. But in short, if you're looking at a builder floor, you would be finding the your customized layouts. You would be finding out definitely great quality of marbles and stones, and the interior quality and the wooden paneling being done, because that's how the builder is compensating for everything that he's not providing, all the amenities that he or she is not providing. अब एक बिल्डर है, उसने बिल्डर फ्लोर बनाया, फॉर एग्जाम्पल DLF फेज 1 में उसमें 1 2 3 4 फ्लोर्स बनाए और साथ में स्टिल्ट है। अब आपको वो 4 फ्लोर्स के लिए अगर एक सिक्योरिटी गार्ड दिन में रखना है, एक सिक्योरिटी गार्ड रात को रखना, जस्ट टॉकिंग अबाउट द बेसिक सिक्योरिटी सिस्टम, इवन दैट वन सिक्योरिटी इज नॉट इनफ in my opinion. What ends up happening is the security guard is usually not available, or he's on the phone, or he's actually now serving 4 floors. Now for 4 different floors it could be 4 different systems. अब किसी का Amazon का डिलीवरी पैकेज आ रहा है, मे बी द पर्सन ऑन द सेकंड फ्लोर वुड वांट द पैकेज डिलीवर्ड inside his house, bang on his door. And similarly, the third floor ka person would be like, no, I would like to send my helper to the gate to pick up my packages. I don't want these people coming, using the stairs. And this is where the hassle starts now. Ki common area mein what is allowed, what is not allowed, and the security guard goes crazy about this. And then there goes, another thing to deal with. So, I mean, this is just one small example that I am giving. It's always better that in a society living, there's RWA, and then they set up कि क्या systems होंगे society के, अगर कोई helpers या कोई Blinkits या Amazons आ रहे हैं, वो पीछे service entry से आए, या you know what I mean, right? So yes, the advantage we are getting is the branded interiors, definitely great fittings. And today the buyers are intelligent. Yeah, they are looking, they are inspecting in detail how the finishing is done, and what kind of cabinets, kitchens, soft close doors, all of that. And they ask, yeah, how long will this last? Will this finish look the same after 5, 10, 15 years? If you are investing that amount of money. Then comes the smart amenities. This is what today's buyers are expecting. Gone are the days. I mean, aaj to swimming pool, tennis courts, walking track are the basic requirements. They are not the smart amenities anymore. What now the buyers are expecting are, business lounges, private theaters, kids play areas, golf simulators. This is now, how the builders are also stepping up their game. The A-list builders, and to attract this kind of audience, dedicated kids zones, the party halls, EV charging, solar panels, sustainability does matter now to the younger buyers, to the next generation of buyers who are showing up here. But no matter how much of this you can attract, you can definitely, if you're going to buy a house, it does take 3, 4, 5 years to kind of build it. And in case it's a society, there are, right from the process of the RERA to actually getting a handover of your apartment, it does take that kind of time. There's a timeline to it. So how to ensure the builder delivers what he has promised? How to choose the right builder? I have a detailed video where I have shared how to actually test the builder and, how to finalize your builder. But there are certain builders who are like, no-brainer. These are the listed players. We all know the biggest listed player of the country is DLF and the likes. So these builders are absolute no-brainers. We can go ahead with them as far as their reputation and on-time delivery is concerned. Next comes the appreciation potential. Now, obviously, we are investing a lot of money. We would want it to appreciate. Real estate ideally appreciates at the rate of minimum 8% to a 10, 12%, in a year. And this is what the trend would look like. If you look at the last 10, 20, 30, 40 year trends, this is the minimum. Like I said, this is not what it is. This is the minimum that you can see as a return. 1% per month is a great return in real estate. Given that is the case, we'll talk also about the dynamic of it and the returns of it in case you want to give it off for rent. Yes, it does give you a good rental. Is the rental yield good? Rental yield in residential in Gurgaon is ideally, between 3 to 5%. Commercial goes up to 6%, but the appreciation in commercial is not a lot. I have again a detailed video where I talk about how residential real estate is a better investment than commercial. It's far away from the regular thought process, and I did get a lot trolled for it. But if you would like to know more, maybe it's an 8-minute, 7 to 8 minute video. I try to keep my videos very, crisp and precise like that. So to conclude, if you're in the market for a 10 crore budget in Gurgaon, it is not just about your marble floors and interiors. It is something that fits your lifestyle. It is something that would fit your future. And when you're buying a house, it is a 10-year window that you should look at ideally. Ki yaar, if I am moving in on 2025, I'm going to live here till 2035 at least. So that means it should address your requirements till the next 10 years. अगले 10 साल की requirement आपकी set होनी चाहिए उस घर को, ताकि वो आपसे fulfill कर सके. So I hope this video was of value to you, and this video in fact I made with the intention of even the builders could benefit from it, and of course the buyers could benefit from it. But like I said, if you're a buyer and you want a precise checklist on how to evaluate your, you can choose between 3 or 4 projects, how to evaluate your project, कि यार मेरे को इन 4 में से scoring करके ना एक final करना है. Comment below checklist, or just DM me, or there's an email and there's a WhatsApp number. Just WhatsApp me and I'll share that checklist with you right away. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in person someday.